Good morning and welcome to Daybreak Plus. Coming up, we have charges announced in this wrong way crash that happened in Muskegon. We'll let you know what prosecutors say the driver was doing before this crash.
And we're also going to be talking about AI, something you can actually do at home and learn for yourself. We'll tell you all about that.
Here we are. Welcome to the show. Hi, Matt.
Good morning.
How's it going?
Great.
Tuesday today?
It's Tuesday.
I was thinking it's Wednesday. Wishful thinking, right? Just Tuesday.
You can't be just skipping over days.
No, we this was a fun morning though, because during our show in the big studio, this was happening. The lunar eclipse. This was the view from
Yucca.
California.
Yucca Valley.
California. I think there's a time lapse. One of these was from California. This one, I think, and then the other was from New Zealand.
I see a little movement.
I think there was a time lapse, maybe not. Either way, pretty cool. We also had some viewers send us in some photos.
Let's take a look at those.
I would like to. There we go. Okay. So this first one is going to be from, let's see, this is from Dion Van Adder in Cooper Township.
Nice.
Okay. So there's that one. And then this next one is from Lindsay Sheldon in Turk Lake.
Now, that's what we saw at one point, right at 6.
Yes.
And I was like, I think that's it. Because
It was just a little too cloudy.
Yeah. And the first half of Daybreak, we saw the moon, distinctly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, we have some good hope.
Yeah.
If we just
then,
had,
right?
the timing was just a half hour different for the cloud cover.
Yeah, totally.
We would have been
or
able
different
to
days.
see
I
it
mean,
better.
yesterday we had a clear sky during the morning. Tomorrow morning, it looks like that's going to be the case. What can you do? Obviously, some people saw it. So
Yeah. Okay, this next one is from John Gear, Grand Haven. Don't see much of the eclipse, but you do see the moon.
hey, you got his drone up. Maybe you got above the clouds there.
I
Guess not, because you
It's
can
neat.
see Grand Haven.
Neat to see the lights on the catwalk, though.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. So, yeah, it was
John
neat.
Gear always gets to send some good stuff.
He does.
He's mastering that drone.
Appreciate that, John.
It was neat.
Yeah, it was cool.
And
So this one happened for a couple more years?
Yeah, I was looking. What is it? We'll have to wait for the next full lunar eclipse until I think June of 2029.
29?
29.
Oh,
There
I
is
thought-
going to be another lunar eclipse.
In
I think-
28, just
in
not
28.
a full one.
No, a full one.
Oh.
We're talking full, but it won't be visible here. It'll be visible, I think, in the western part of the United States. Just the way the shadow, of the Earth.
Will it be any eclipse here? Or just a partial one?
Yeah, there'll be partial ones, sure. We're just talking the full lunar
Gotcha.
eclipse. We're gonna have to wait for a couple more years.
All right. Well, it was neat. It was neat to see it.
Yeah, it's
You
rare.
outlasted. So, yeah, that's the New Zealand
Yeah,
photo.
hopefully we'll be able to see it next time.
Talk to us in
That's
3
all.
years.
Yeah,
Okay. Do you want to talk weather, Matt?
sure. Let's do it.
We can put your stuff in there.
Okay. Well, this is past couple of days. March has started out really nice. It's been a little on the cool side, but look at these sunrises, sunsets. Now, this
So
is the
long to that.
sunset, Maria Sabert, the Colon area. That's in eastern parts of St. Joseph County. Beautiful
Pretty.
shot there. And contrails that kind of spread out,
Mm-hmm.
and they lead to a beautiful sunset. And here's another shot. Cheryl A. Johnson is a regular contributor in Gun Lake area. Thank you so much, Cheryl. And Frank Gribbs capturing this. Of course, that's Lake Michigan. That's just south of
Is it
South
Frank
Haven.
Ribs or Fran Cribs?
Fran Cribbs.
Oh,
Did I say Frank Ribs?
that's what I thought I heard.
Got food
That's
on my
one of those
mind.
names.
Sorry, Fran Cribbs. Thank you. Beautiful shot there.
Gorgeous.
So, yeah, here's where we stand this morning. Here's Grand Haven, obviously, with the clouds that have come in. Still cool to head out there and take a look at the beaches. And here is South Haven, where you saw that shot just a moment ago. Obviously, clouds have thickened up quite a bit. So here's the latest with the lake coverage. And no surprise, most of the ice is concentrated further north, but we still have some of it here along the lakeshore, as you saw. About 24% of Lake Michigan covered the ice. Most of that's up around the Straits area.
It's amazing how much more of the other lakes get covered in ice. I mean, Lake Superior doesn't surprise me as much. 'Cause
Right.
it's so far north. But even Lake Erie, I know.
Yeah, but you compare, Huron with Lake Michigan, there's so much more
Right.
over there. And then Lake Erie, just because it's shallower, it just freezes up more frequently and more widespread.
Well, I lived in Buffalo, and it's always nice when it freezes over because the lake effect snow there is kind of insane.
Yeah, it shuts off for a little bit. And here's a classic example of how the depth of a lake can compare or really influence ice. Look at Lake Ontario, which is actually a little bit further north than Erie, but it's so much deeper than Erie, so it takes a long time for even portions of it to freeze over. Out of all the Great Lakes, it only has 11% or the least amount of ice.
So is it just that with the deeper water, it gets churned up?
Yeah,
And
it just takes longer to freeze. Yeah,
warmer water keeps kind of
because
cycling
it turns
through.
over, it has to turn over.
Okay.
Yep. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm just waiting for the yap is
The clicker not working.
clicker not working going forward. Actually, it was a clicker making the sound. So here we go. We have the clouds in place out there. Again, some thin spots in those. I'm watching the precip. Now, the forecast models keep drying it out as it moves in. So highly unlikely we get much of anything today. A sprinkle or two is possible, but not likely. And as we roll through the day, it looks like we'll actually finish it out from Grand Rapids north with a little bit of sunshine. So maybe a nice looking sunset yet again for some areas further north. More clouds to the south. High pressure comes in tonight, should clear out the clouds. This forecast model is notorious for just keeping the clouds around. I think we're going to clear out a lot more than what this is indicating. So I think a nice sunrise tomorrow morning. And then clouds will thicken up a little bit later in the day, and you could see why. Warm front to our south, area of low pressure right around St. Louis, drawing some moisture northward. I think that moisture is going to hold off until Wednesday overnight and also into Thursday. And here's Thursday at 6 o'clock. So pretty good chance of rain on Thursday. That's really their next chance of significant precipitation. It'll be rain. And that's going to be the case, it looks like, Friday into Saturday. Although if you have Friday plans during the daylight hours, I think really most of it's going to be dry. It's late Friday afternoon, evening hours. We'll have a chance of some showers, maybe some thunderstorms Friday night into Saturday. And Saturday looks like the first half of the day will be the better chance of rain. There is going to be a cold front moving through Saturday. And so it looks like not much, it's not a very strong one, as you can see on Sunday, returning to dry conditions and some sunshine, upper 50s, still well above average. Now, looking at some of the forecast models, I know George's going to get excited about this. They're hinting at even warmer temperatures mid part of next week. The timing of the cold front, there's going to be a pattern change arriving sometime next week that's going to push us back into or towards winter. So before that cold front moves through, though, I saw one forecast model giving us 70s on Tuesday or Wednesday.
No, I almost don't want that to happen because
I know,
it's going to make it feel
big
so
tease.
much more difficult.
I know, to adjust to. So here's a hint of that pattern change. This is March 11th through the 17th, right up to St. Patrick's Day. And notice the blue oozing
Not
southward.
quite here yet.
Yeah, but I think this is front loaded. I think the colder air is going to come in kind of towards the back end of like the 15th to 17th time frame. And I'm interested to see the progression of this as we go. Like now tomorrow will be March 12th, 18th, 13th, 19th. So I think we're going to see that blue expand a lot. So we're not done with winter yet. Actually, just sent a message to a guy that I know has a bar restaurant up in the UP. I was like, I might be paying you a visit later in March. Snowmobile season might not be done yet, especially if you go north up across the bridge. There's just so much snow up there.
Do you think it'll get too warm though for skiing? Like melt enough snow on the hills up north? No.
Nope. Well, I'm assuming most ski resorts, they kind of concentrate their snow production on their primary hills, thinking ahead, because inevitably you're going to have warm-ups.
Sure.
And they want to weather those warm-ups. So I don't think the ski resorts are going to have all the runs open, but they'll have their primary runs open and able to go. I mean, I've been up to Boyne Mountain in April, and they had like 2 slopes open at one point, still going.
Do they charge less?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so that's a little advantage too. If you
Yeah.
don't give up on ski season yet, for sure. So, yeah.
I would like to, though.
I'll be honest with you. April looks cold.
Is it
looks
really?
cold.
Huh. Interesting.
So all these people
You call
going
it
somewhere warm.
interesting.
That's because I can't say what I want to say.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say,
Yeah,
I think
you
I hear
can.
under your breath.
Hey, this is streaming. The FCC will let you be here because it's not broadcast. So, no, I'm sorry. We are still bound by next star TV.
That's right.
Yeah, but the
We have
coffee's warm.
standards.
Mine's not. I need to heat it up. There's
She's drinking cold coffee.
spit take over there. Where's the closest microwave? Do you have one in the tracking center?
I do not. It's upstairs.
Okay.
Yep.
Well,
I used to warm this up.
We should take a break then because it's time to heat up the coffee.
Got to heat
That's
up
right.
the coffee. But we'll be back to talk about our rundown.
Yeah, this is, coming up. We've got some stuff to talk about, including 2 crashes. One of them, there are charges this morning, so that's still ahead. We're back.
We're back.
I just ran upstairs to heat up my coffee.
Her coffee's warm now.
Coffee's warm. Okay, we have to get to the rundown now, starting with a crash in Caledonia that killed a 41-year-old man.
This was at 84th Street west of Craft Avenue around 7:30 last night. He actually drove off the road into trees. His car rolled over.
Yeah, the map here shows you exactly where this happened. They didn't release a name or anything, just his age.
Yes.
And they said, that he was from Caledonia. But
Witnesses tried to perform CPR on him, but he died on the scene.
also this morning, we know prosecutors have charged a man with a one-way crash that happened in Muskegon. The first thing that you're going to hear in this video is the reaction from the person who's recording the video on the other side of the highway.
Bro, you go the wrong way, bro. Oh.
So he caught the very moment that the crash happened. He said he had seen this guy and he thought he was more in the median. He had seen several other drivers go around him, dodging him before this happened. Now, the thing is, no one was hurt.
Miraculously.
I don't know
nobody
how,
hurt.
but yeah, fortunately, that's because these wrong way crashes
Yes, very
going
scary.
pretty fast. This was on US 31 in Muskegon. The Supreme Court has dismissed a lawsuit having to do with the voter rolls in Michigan, so they will stay as they are.
The justices decided not to hear the case. And so, as you mentioned, things will stay as they are.
The challenge here was challenging the process for how Michigan gets rid of registered voters after you die, after you move, that process, but that process will stand. There's a new program in Grand Rapids that you can learn more about if you're interested in doing something different with your food scraps.
Food waste, and David Horak is here to tell us all about it.
The program is called Renew Grand Rapids, and its simple goal is to keep food scraps out of the landfill and back into the ground. Right now, food scraps in Grand Rapids are either incinerated or landfilled alongside regular trash. And the city says organic waste makes up roughly 35 to 40% of all municipal solid waste. We're talking about 13,000 tons every year. So starting this spring, the city plans to launch what's called a residential food scrap drop-off pilot program. That will have collection sites across all 3 wards and a new mobile app for residents to sign up and track their participation in it. The city already ran an internal pilot at 5 different city buildings last year. That diverted more than 5,000 pounds of food waste in 6 months' time. Collected scraps are turned into compost, which the city says they want to direct towards underserved neighborhoods with poor soil quality and or limited access to fresh produce.
This is going to be for people that don't have access to composting right now or haven't been familiar with it, haven't been exposed to it. We want to expose the community, help them understand how we can reuse that material, how they can benefit on the back end, and then on the front end get signed up and get involved in the program.
Now, before its launch, the city is having 3 public sessions this week, 1 in each ward to get community input. First is tonight at Sibley Elementary in Ward 1. Tomorrow's session is at the Gerald R. Ford Academic Center in Ward 3. Thursday's meeting is at City High Middle School in Ward 2. Each of those meetings go from 6 to 7:30 that night, and they all cover the same material, so you only need to attend one. Grand Rapids Public Works Director John Gorney added that they want feedback on where to place food scrap drop-off bins and how to distribute finished compost.
We have ideas of where we want to put the collection bins, but if they don't make sense to the community, then we need to divert. We need to have a different location. So we need to hear from the community what makes sense, where's the best place, but then also have a good back and forth with what's a good place for us to collect from. So we want to make sure we hear the community. We want to understand whatever concerns they might have, if they have concerns about food scraps, and then ultimately the end product.
Now, signups for the program don't open until April, and if you are interested, there's also a maximum cap at 500 participants for it. Details on this program are on this story at woodtv.com. In Grand Rapids, I'm David Horak.
Yes, we'll be hearing more about that, I am sure. Also, one final story here in our rundown. This has to do with the anti-hazing law in Michigan, a case from several years ago where a new fraternity pledge died in a hazing incident where they said that he was peer pressured into drinking. The court has upheld it. They've said it is constitutional.
It is constitutional.
So that will stand, which means that the young man who faces charges in this death will go to trial.
That's right. Ethan Chow was charged, and they haven't set a trial date yet, but he will go on trial. This was an incident that happened 5 years ago.
Phat Nguyen died. His blood alcohol content was 0.36, greater than 0.36.
Yes.
And he died of alcohol poisoning. So that's a case that we'll be following now that it will move forward to a trial. Okay.
All right. Time to take a break.
It is. But we have a lot to get to.
Yes.
Your
go away.
celebrity birthdays.
Oh, we've got some good ones.
And Michigan parks.
Oh.
They made history. On this day, 2 Michigan parks made history.
Yes, indeed.
We'll explain that next. We're back.
Back on a Tuesday morning, March the 3rd.
I did not run upstairs during that break,
She stayed right here.
So
I can vouch for her.
so I don't need to catch my breath this
Coffee's still warm.
time. Okay, birthdays.
Let's do it.
How about Jessica Biel?
How about it?
That's not Jessica Biel.
Jessica Biel playing. She's playing the guitar.
So we may have a problem here, Houston.
Jessica Biel.
Yeah. John Bon Jovi's birthday was yesterday.
That's right.
Remember when I said I had all of this taken care of? Did I, though?
Did you really?
I don't
Jessica
think so.
Biel, fine actress, movie star. Mm-hmm. There she
So-
is, 44 years old today.
Talk to me about Jessica Biel.
Is it Seventh Heaven? Was that?
Seventh Heaven.
Seventh Heaven.
Correct.
I don't remember her movies, to be frank. I know she's been in a number of them.
Lots of movies. Married to Justin Timberlake.
That's right. How did I forget that celebrity nugget?
I don't know. How did you?
Yeah.
Okay, next birthday, we have Camila Cabello.
I didn't realize that she was in this group, Fifth Harmony, one of the best-selling girl groups of all time.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. How did I miss that?
I think she's more of the younger generation.
I'm too old, is what you're saying.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying
But it's true.
I just think that she's more popular with the younger
Yeah.
generation because I was like asking my daughter, how do you say her name? Okay, you'll be more familiar with this one. Julie Bowen, Modern Family.
56 years old today. She
You're-
won 2 Primetime Emmys.
For Modern Family? Mm-hmm. Did you watch much of
I
that?
saw it sporadically. I was not a regular viewer of it,
Okay.
but I've seen it before. It's a good show.
You know what I'm not seeing?
Jackie,
Yeah. So we're gonna skip Jackie.
we'll skip. Sorry.
Sorry,
Happy birthday,
Jackie.
Jackie Joyner-Kersee, Olympic gold medalist.
Yeah, she's not in there. Bummer, man. So you're just gonna look at Julie Bowen for a minute here, but I'll tell you what, this is a big birthday.
Yep. Herschel Walker.
Herschel Walker, happy birthday, 64 years old.
Former running back from University of Georgia, 12-year NFL career, ran unsuccessfully for a Senate seat, and is now the ambassador to the Bahamas. U.S.
Okay, I
ambassador
did not
to the
know that.
Bahamas. I did not know that until I looked it up this morning.
And that makes sense why we're seeing this video then. Okay, next birthday,
Another athlete, Jason Tatum,
Jason Tatum.
NBA title in 2024 with the Boston Celtics.
And when we were doing this one, we were like, oh, he's young. 28 years old,
Used to play at Duke.
just a baby.
Yep.
And then finally, we have Ira Glass, who's 67 years old today.
Public radio. Is that his claim to fame?
I think so.
Ira
Anything
Glass,
else about Ira Glass?
American public radio sensation.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got the rest. I got
All right.
it. We're good to go.
Let's see what we got.
So, this day in Michigan history,
This is interesting.
we're gonna send it. Sorry,
like it.
it's back to 1801. That
I
is when
like it.
USPS started mail service in Michigan. It was like every 3 months the mail would come.
It would come from D.C. every 3 months.
Every 3 months. So very slow, but there.
But there was mail service.
There was mail service. In 1875, Mackinac Island became a national park.
Did I read the second national park 3 years after Yellowstone
Yep.
Park?
It was just the second national park in the country.
Interesting.
And it's beautiful. You went there last year?
I went there last summer.
Did the whole, there's Arch Rock, or the Arch, I don't know.
Took the kids, spent a few days there,
It's beautiful.
did some bike riding.
Beautiful. The
Very
bike
nice.
riding on a clear day is so cool. When you
Yes.
get away from the crowds and you just see that Caribbean looking water.
Mm-hmm.
People who haven't been up there can't believe what the water looks like, because it does. It looks like you're in the Caribbean.
Mm-hmm. It does.
Okay, the other national park in our segment today is Isle Royale National Park. 1931 is when it got that designation.
Authorized by Congress and then President Herbert Hoover. 1931.
We'd like to thank you, Herbert Hoover. Finally, our last word today. Our last word is AI.
AI.
AI. If it seems intimidating, confusing,
We've got a solution.
maybe.
Perhaps.
GVSU has an AI course for everyone. It's called Literacy for Life and Work. You do not have to be a GVSU student to take this course. It's a non-credit course, so
It will help you understand artificial intelligence and how to use it responsibly.
it is online, takes about 8 to 10 hours to complete. There's a lot of reasons that you might want to take a course like that. Like, people use AI like Google, but there's so many better ways to use it.
Yes.
And if you know the right prompts to put in and how to come up with a really good prompt to get a really good answer and make sure that you're not getting a BS answer.
Yeah.
If you instruct it to use certain data sets, then you know that it's only giving you information based on those inputs, so it's not adding fake information in there. So
AI is here to stay.
it is here to stay.
So you might as well
Although,
learn.
reading about all this investment that's happening into AI, but that they might not get it back, and you know, our AI data center or our AI company is going to be required to come up with their own energy because they're using so much of it.
Yes.
And water, they use the water to cool the systems. And even if they have a closed loop, so much of it evaporates as part of their cooling process, and then it never comes back into that water table. So I digress. I digress a lot. That's
There's
it.
a lot of tentacles for AI.
There sure are. Thanks for hanging out with us on a Tuesday.
Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.